And welcome to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Tonight, Video Productions presents playoff basketball. It's the Class 4A Region 3 Section 2 semifinal matchup, an elimination game between the Red Devils of Oak Hill, 8-12, against the Beckley Flying Eagles, 12-9. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. Butch Mounts producing and directing, Jackie Moon on camera. And Eric, everything that's happened from December to now, you can throw that away. This is the second season, and this is really where your best players really have to be your best players.
Yeah, when it's a win-or-go-home scenario now, Mayor. So, like you said, the big guys, the big guns need to show up and show out because you don't get a second chance after tonight if you lose.
Yes, this is an elimination game, and as I mentioned, this is Region 3, Section 2. The other half of this section is also being played tonight, and that's taking place down at Princeton. That's Greenbrier East and Princeton. On the other half of the region, there are a couple of games being played down in the Charleston Kanawha Valley, and that is Riverside. They are playing George Washington, and Capital, they are at South Charleston. So the postseason is here, and for the winners tonight, they advance. For the losers, their season's over.
Yeah, the losers get to pack it in, and that means, you know, for the seniors that on either team will have a lot of emotions tonight because you want to live to play another game.
Well, one thing for sure, these two teams are very familiar with each other. They played twice during the regular season, and that first game, Eric, way back on December 28th in the little general event, and Beckley won that game 66-64, but to a man, Oak Hill felt more that they could have won the game. They felt they should have won the game, and you and I did that game, and I felt that if Oak Hill would have made a layup late, they would have won the game. Now, granted, Beckley did not have Elijah Redfern in that game.
Yeah, they didn't, but Oak Hill really came to play that night, and it did come down to a layup. I can remember a backdoor cut and a guy getting loose and just missing the layup, and Beckley was able to get the rebound and hit a couple of free throws late to pull that victory out.
But when the two teams met on February the 8th in Oak Hill, they were totally two different teams than what they were in December. Elijah Redfern does play, and Beckley won that game handily 76-48.
Yeah, and there was a lot of different faces in that game for Beckley because I think the flu bug kind of hit, and I know Nazir King did not play in that game. And
Walton didn't
even come to the game.
Right.
So this is the first time Beckley can say that they've had their full arsenal of players to go against Oak Hill.
And the one thing about it, these two teams are they've known each other over the years. They've battled in postseason, and it's just kind of, you know, a throwback. When you look back to the 70s, the 80s, into the 90s, it was always Beckley and Oak Hill the very first game. In fact, Eric, I can remember my first year in the 1990-91 season when I was doing radio. It came down to a region final between Beckley and Oak Hill, and I remember the Armory being packed, overflow, and the winner of that game would go on to the state tournament, and Beckley won that game and then finished runner-up, losing to Logan in the 91 finals.
Yeah, and you know what's wild about that, those teams would love to have this scenario, right? You know, where they get to the sectional final and then have a chance to go on and play the other region, because every time those two teams played, they felt that they could go on and win the state championship, whoever won that game.
Yeah, one of the biggest games played between these two schools was back in 1997. And we were just talking about Jamel Bradley and Derek. Well, we didn't talk about Derek Jones, but he was on that team. Beckley had a rally in the opening round of the sectional tournament. Beckley was down the entire game, and they were down like 5 with about 3 minutes to go, and Beckley came back and won that game and then went on to win the state championship that year.
Yeah, and I remember that game really, really vividly. And Derek Jones, that's a lot of the players that came along, and we just talked about this off air, but he was one of those players too that never really gets talked about. He did a lot that season to help carry Beckley to the state championship.
Yeah, you talk about all the great point guards that Beckley's had over the years, and of course Elijah Redfern has really been that guy for Beckley over his career.
Yeah, he's chiseled his name, definitely up there on the Mount Rushmore of point guards to come here. And, he does it a lot of ways, but I really think the last outing, he showed what he can do. He really relied on his passing, and he really ran the floor really well for Beckley.
Both teams continue to go through their pregame warm-ups. We're going to take our first break, come back and get you ready for this Region 3, Section 2, Class 4A matchup at the bottom of the hour. It's Oak Hill at Beckley. We'll have it next here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Hey, grab me one too.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal offers no premium and no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company matching 401k plan. Apply for a job with Infinity Coal. You can apply online at their Facebook page at United Coal Company, or you can pick up a application at the Guard Shack located on Independence Road in Sophia, West Virginia. Also, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. If you're looking for a job, you can get one at Leisure Lanes. They're offering full or part-time jobs, and they're needing a little bit of everything during the week, weekend, and just give them a call at 304-253-7328. Ask for Mary, and maybe they have the right job for you. Well, Eric, these teams still going through their warm-ups. We're getting ready to play this game at the bottom of the hour. In fact, I think all the other games throughout the state of West Virginia that are playing tonight all have already tipping at 7. This game's at 7:30. The crowd continuing to file in, and when you get to the postseason, you just never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, you never really know, and I think the first couple minutes, will show a few nerves for both sides, and whoever settles in first, will probably come out victorious, because it's a lot on your mind. You can play the next day or next couple of days, but when this is an elimination game, you have to really hone in and really be prepared mentally.
Well, that is so right, and I know this is not a 7-game series, but to me, the best 2 words in sports are Game 7, and this is like a Game 7. This is a 1-game elimination.
Yeah, anytime that one team packs up their uniforms and socks and shoes until next year, it's definitely an elimination game, and that's heavy on the minds of both teams. And
Eric, how many times in all sports do you hear broadcasters, and hopefully I never do this, or you don't do this, or you hear fans and all the time say this is a must-win, but now tonight this really is a must-win because, like you said, you don't want to pack up the uniforms and the shoes, especially for the seniors, to think this could be your last high school game ever.
Yeah, and that's I'm telling you, that's a lot to think about when your career is winding down, and a lot of pressure on the seniors on both teams.
The one thing about it, we'll see if the home court advantage pays off. You know, Beckley went undefeated on this part of the section. They swept Oak Hill, they swept Princeton, they swept Greenbrier East. They earned the right to host this game here tonight.
And I think they've been on the road the last 2 years.
Yeah, they have. In fact, Beckley hasn't been to the state tournament. They didn't make it each of the last 2 seasons. They made it in the COVID year when they played in May, and they came in as an A seed and got beat in the first round of the state tournament.
Yeah, and so they haven't been back to the state tournament since, and I don't think they even hosted a game in the section because Princeton.
They went to they lost at Princeton last year, and I'm going by memory here. And 2 years ago, I think they did host here 2 years ago.
Yeah, Princeton beat them here.
Princeton beat them each of the last 2 seasons. Yes. Beat them in Princeton last year and beat them here on this floor 2 years ago.
They did. So, you're right. Let's see if some of the home court magic can help the Flying Eagles out tonight.
One thing for sure, when Beckley beat Parkersburg South on Thursday, I thought it was Beckley's best win in the last 3 years.
Yeah, the way they played team-wise, they battled back, and it wasn't like a wire-to-wire win. They had to really battle, and Parkersburg South came ready, had a good game plan, and for Beckley to pull that one out, I thought that was a good signature win as well.
Both teams continue to go through their warm-ups. We'll take another break, come back and get you ready for Oak Hill and Beckley at the bottom of the hour. Coming up next here on Video Productions.
2 decades, we have brightened your homes and lives with our quality window, siding, and doors.
You've watched us grow.
And a lot has changed in 20 years.
But Window World's commitment to our customers and community continues and has never changed.
Our quality products have never changed. We're still America's #1 leader in exterior home remodeling, and that makes us proud.
Window World of Beckley would like to thank you, our customer and friends.
Without you, we wouldn't be us.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Dependability isn't a piece of hardware. It's peace of mind. It's the confidence you get from knowing that every time you get behind the wheel, you're in a vehicle that's capable and reliable. Dependability isn't driving just any brand. It's driving the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. If you have a plumbing problem, the only number you need to know is 304-253-HELP. Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Also, tonight's game brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel with locations in Beckley and Princeton. Cracker Barrel, the old country store. Well, teams, Beckley, Eric, has made their way off before. Oak Hill's still going through their warm-ups. Beckley finished the regular year at 12-9. Oak Hill finished the regular year 8-12. As we talked earlier, Beckley won both the regular season games, but none of that means anything tonight.
Yeah, you can just erase that, and whoever comes out ready to play tonight, those two games did not matter. But this is a dangerous Oak Hill team. Anytime you have a player the caliber of Malachi Lewis, I mean, we witnessed in football, he has the will to win, and I think Beckley is really going to have to contend with him. They did a good job in the second game over at Oak Hill, putting a body on him and making sure he was getting rid of the ball early in offense.
You know, the one thing about it, Beckley has really got their offense more in gear. They've scored 70 or more points only 4 times this year. So Beckley has shown they can play at the fast pace, which I think they prefer, or they can play in the half court. I think if you're Oak Hill, if you're going to pull off the upset tonight, you got to get this game into the high 50s or the low 60s, the way they almost won the game in December. They can't have Beckley get 70 or more, or I don't think Oak Hill can win the game.
You're exactly right. I think that was a perfect formula back in December because they were able to shoot the ball well, but they were also controlling the tempo and really got back transition defense, stopped a lot of transition offense that Beckley thrives on when they're able to pressure you and get layups.
And I think you're right. I think nerves, no question. You got to have nerves because this game, it means so much. It's important. You know, if you don't win, your season's over. And do you think that there's any more pressure maybe on Beckley, A, because they're playing at home, and B, they're expected to win? Does that make more pressure on Beckley?
I actually think so. I mean, because you have a team in Oak Hill, they can come in here and play loose and say, look, no one expects us to win. Let's go out and shock the world. Whereas in Beckley, when the pressure's on your shoulder, I mean, it makes you think every possession, makes you not play as free. So if they're able to handle that, and the coaches, and I know that coaching staff, will coach it out of them. But anybody that says that they're not going to be nervous and all that, I don't.
Yeah, they will.
I don't buy into that.
Yeah, I don't care how many. I'm thinking if even from professionals on down at any level, when you're playing in a big tournament game, when you lose, your season's over. There's got to be nerves and butterflies. And actually, I think for the players, and Eric, you can attest to this from your playing days, that right now is the worst time right before the game. Once the game starts, you can kind of break a sweat and kind of settle into the game.
Yeah, once you get into the in between the lines, all that kind of goes out of your mind. But yeah, leading up to the game last night, they were thinking about it, anxious to play, and you're right. Until that ball goes in the air, they're going to really be thinking about it.
I think for Oak Hill, what's very important the first couple minutes of the game, I think they've got to be able to stay close and not let Beckley have, open up a big lead early in the game. If Oak Hill's going to have a shot, they've got to hang around to where they can put themselves in position to pull off the upset.
Yeah, and if you think about the Capital game, that was the only game really this season that we really saw Beckley step on the gas and really pull away from a team the way they did. And in Parkersburg South game, they showed the other side where they battled back from a deficit, to pull out a hard-fought victory. So I think this Beckley team is balanced enough to play, like as you stated, either way.
Well, it got a lot of nervous energy, I think, in the crowd as the crowd continues to file in. Take our final pregame break, and we're probably about 5 minutes away from tipping the game off. This is Region 3, Section 2, Class 4A elimination game, a sectional semifinal between Oak Hill and Beckley, and it's coming up next on Video Productions.
Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
I started this bandwagon. Everybody jumped on. Try to serve me, you're about to get dunked on. That was freestyle, fellas.
Love it. We just have a different sound.
2 words, Dunking's iced coffee.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center, to the Dutch Miller Beckley Auto Mall pregame show. Beckley back out on the floor going through their final warm-ups. Oak Hill getting their final instructions in their locker room. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Edward Jones Financial Advisor. When you need financial advising, you can call the good people at Edward Jones. You can call Heather Cantley at 304-254-9995. Also, tonight's game brought to you in part by Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of high school sports in the great state of West Virginia. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can call your Amana dealer at Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. So now Beckley, Eric, going through their final warm-ups. The Red Devils now making their way out of their locker room, and we're moments away. And I think this is right here, as a player and as a coach, this is when the nerves really kick in. We're about 3 or 4 minutes away from starting the game.
Yeah, everybody's getting a little antsy, just ready to get it going, especially the coaches. You know, the coaches just prepared, for a full week, or 4 days, 4 or 5 days, and they're just ready to get their game plan, see if the kids will execute it.
And, Eric, I think the biggest thing for the coaches on both sides, they're thinking, now have we covered everything? Is there something that's going to slip through the cracks? I know we went over A, B, and C, but maybe do we need D, or do we need even E? I mean, I'm sure that's how coaches think coming into this, because you want to be prepared. I don't know if there's a such thing as over-prepared, but no question you can be under-prepared.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think both of these coaching staffs, they do a really good job with their teams. So I think they'll, facing each other like they have, there's no hidden secrets. So it's just about execution and going out there and playing your game.
Oh, you're right. It's about putting the ball in the basket and getting stops. And you're right, because these two teams and these players, they know one another. They not only do they play twice in the regular season, now the third time they're playing here in the postseason, but they play summer AAU. They play a lot of pickup ball. They know one another really well. So, like you said, there's a lot of familiar on both sides.
Yeah, and a lot of these kids, especially Oak Hill, they seem to shoot well in this building, and they've come and that was evident in December in that game. So look for them to be ready to play Oak Hill.
So there is the warning buzzer, and we think we're going to have the playing of the national anthem and then the introductions of the starting lineups. And we'll wait and see how that goes, as Beckley, of course, will be the home team on the scoreboard wearing the white uniforms trimmed in maroon. Oak Hill wearing black uniforms trimmed in white and red. And we got a really good crowd as the crowd continues to fall in.
Yeah, really good crowd. Both student sections have filled in pretty well, and I think it's going to be a nice competitive game.
So we are going to have the playing of the national anthem. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, and on the flip side of the break, we'll have the starting lineups and get you ready for tonight's game of this Region 3, Section 2, Class 4A section semifinal coming up next here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Midstate Ford, where every deal is a Big John deal. Northside Drive, Route 19 in Summersville. Come see why people from all over the great state of West Virginia are making the drive to Summersville. Incredible deals on brand new Fords. The state's guaranteed lowest price on brand new F-150s, Super Duties, and more. Plus incredible service after the sale at Midstate Ford, Northside Drive, right off of Route 19 in Summersville. Online anytime at MidstateFordWV.com.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. The Oak Hill Red Devils, coached by Benitez Jackson, has been introduced. It'll be Andre Wright, Malachi Lewis, Levi Kiska, Noah McClung, and Brett Conley will start for Oak Hill. For Beckley, under head coach Ron Kidd, it will be Elijah Redfern. It'll be Zion Hawthorne, Preston Clary, Jalen Walton, and Kobe Dillon. And we're just moments away, Eric, from getting this elimination game underway. Region 3, Section 2, Class 4A. Beckley was 12-9 in the regular year. Oak Hill was 8-12, and I think we're going to be in for a really good game here tonight.
Yeah, it's postseason time, baby, leading into March Madness.
Yeah, there's nothing like postseason. Of course, you know, I have madness. It doesn't have to be March. I have madness all the time.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And we are ready to roll. As we got a nice crowd as they were at a fever pitch and seemed like it's a very nervous large crowd here tonight.
Yeah, both teams will be anxious to get one to fall. Once one shot falls, it's game on.
So it looks like Malachi Lewis will jump for Oak Hill. Of course, he's not their tallest player. And I'm looking at a 34 that they have out there, Eric, and from what they gave me, I don't see a 34 here.
That's what I was just.
Find out who number 34 is for Oak Hill. So it'll be Walton in the center circle for Beckley against Malachi Lewis. Ball's in the air, and we're underway. Beckley will control the tip. So Oak Hill back in a zone. Redfern's open, baseline shot, doesn't go. Tipped around once, twice, and we got a whistle and a foul. And let's see, it's going to be an Oak Hill foul.
And that's going to 34 versus Noah McClung.
Yeah, they had given me his number
44.
was 44.
Yes.
They forgot to tell me that they changed it to 34. So there's an Oak Hill foul. The ball inside to Walton. The short shot won't go. And coming out of there is Oak Hill's Kiska with the rebound.
Yeah, and as you can see, postseason play, that was a lot of contact on the shot, but play on. Got to be strong with the basketball.
And there's a foul against Oak Hill. So not even in the first minute.
That's going to be on
two
McClung.
fouls. Yeah.
It's going to be on McClung. That'll be, as you stated, the team's second. Not even a minute into the contest. So if you're Beckley, you need to be real aggressive here offensively and try to get into that bonus.
Yeah, just 32 seconds into the game and 2 fouls committed by Oak Hill. Hawthorne on the drive on the baseline, whips it out to Clary. He's open for 3. Got it!
Preston Clary has really upped his game since being inserted into the lineup as Beckley gets into the full court pressure.
And this is one thing that I think, Eric, has really helped Beckley over these last couple of games. They've been able to speed the opponent up. When they make shots, they're able to get into their pressure.
And even when the pressure's been broken, they've been able to retreat back to the paint as Preston Clary almost comes up with the steal.
And he commits a foul, little aggressive.
Yeah, got his hand caught. His hand got literally caught in the cookie jar.
Yeah.
As we see him knock down this 3.
But, he was trying to argue that foul. You really couldn't argue that. He clearly fouled him. So it'll be side out for Oak Hill right there in front of the Beckley bench. That's Beckley's first team foul, the first on Clary.
So 3 fouls in a minute.
In a minute and some change,
yes.
Yeah. Here's Kiska on the drive. Takes it to the rack. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Kiska puts it back up. Doesn't go. Third shot up and in. That's a nice job. McClung on the board and puts Oak Hill with their first bucket of the game. Down low, Walton for the easy layup.
Nice dish by Zion Hawthorne getting into the paint and for the easy layup for Walton.
The big fella attacks the basket and draws off fouls. He knocks it down. I was getting ready to thinking in my mind, Eric, if you're Oak Hill, you don't want your big fella McClung with the ball 40 feet away from the basket. But how about this finish as we watch on the replay? Look at this. Good take to the basket to the hoop and the harm.
Yeah, and that's just one of those. You can't have Jalen Walton picking up, a chippy right there. And Noah McClung right now is all the offense that Oak Hill needs as he has all 4 points ready to tack on the game time free throw.
And the free throw's on its way, and it's good, and he does tie the game. And there's a foul on Malachi Lewis. And, you got to call that. And, Eric, I would think when you get to postseason, you want to let the players play. But an obvious bump like that you have to call, and that's a foul on Malachi Lewis.
And, Malachi Lewis is usually a real cerebral player, and that's just not, as you stated, that was way too far from the basket, and you're playing zone.
Well, another thing, too, if Oak Hill have any chance, they got to have Malachi Lewis on the floor.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Down low. Redburn able to score, and Beckley back in front.
Well, 2 assists early on for Zion Hawthorne because he's doing what?
And a steal. Hawthorne takes it up, counted if it goes, and he's fouled. And this is what I'm sure Coach Kidd hoped he would have seen earlier in the year, Beckley's defense becoming their offense.
Yeah, and real under control with Zion Hawthorne he's come out ready to play as we see him get the steal, highway robbery right here, and takes it under control. And that's going to be on Malachi Lewis. That'll be his second.
Yeah, and that's a big play in this game because, we're just a couple of minutes into the game.
And Zion Hawthorne on the season comes in shooting free throws 83% from the line, 28 of 97.
So Oak Hill's going to take a timeout. Beckley on a 5-0 run. Let's see if it's going to be a full or a 30. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here and let you know that tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by United Coal Company. United Coal Company. Infinity Coal operates an underground mine, a surface mine, and a preparation plant in Raleigh and Wyoming counties. You can apply for a job with Infinity Coal Company. You can go online at the Facebook page at United Coal Company, or you can pick up an application at the Guard Shack located Independence Road in Sophia. So, Eric, after Oak Hill had tied the game at 5, Beckley on a little spurt, a little 5-0 run of their own.
Yeah, and the 5-0 run for Oak Hill is coming from an unsung player right now, and Noah McClung inserted into the starting lineup, and it's paid dividends as Beckley is able to extend this pressure out of the timeout.
And also, Malachi Lewis will have to have a seat because of foul trouble.
And this is where if you're Oak Hill, you can't let the game get away from you here with Lewis on the bench.
Here's Wright on the drive, attacks the basket, partially blocked by Walton. As Hicks is into the game, and there's a turnover, and it'll go to Oak Hill. So Conley will put the ball in play right here in front of us. Here's Hicks with it. McClung will dial it up for 3 and hit.
Hey, McClung has come to play. That's all 8 points for Oak Hill.
That breaks a 5-0 Beckley run. Kobe Dillon for 3. Good! As Kobe Dillon rings a 3. But this pressure is really giving Oak Hill. It's making Oak Hill really work to get the ball across the midcourt line. Kista into the lane. The little floater won't go. Got his own rebound. Back off the glass, up and in.
Yeah, good transition offense after breaking the press.
Redfern will dial it up for 3. It's short, grazes the front of the rim, and McClung will clear the rebound for the Red Devils. And here's Hicks with it.
But the pace of the game is right where I think Beckley needs it.
Here's Conley for 3. Back iron, no good. The rebound is Clary, and there's an Oak Hill foul. And that's going to go against Wright.
Yeah, and that's going to be the 5th team foul and halfway point of the quarter. So that's going to be
got an update.
Free throws.
Yes, free throw time. Another game that we're doing on Video Productions in a elimination game, a sectional game in Class AAA. Shady is in front of Independence, 50-18. Shady's on a 20-0 run, and they lead that game 50-18 at the break. So Preston Clary, and he's a really good free throw shooter. He's shooting like 87% from the line.
Actually the best percentage-wise on the team.
So he'll get to the line. He'll shoot 2 as he knocks the first one down. And, Eric, if Oak Hill's to have any chance at all as Drew Fitzwater checks in for Beckley, their key guys have got to stay on the floor. You can't have key guys in foul trouble. Same way for Beckley. I mean, you got to have your best players out on the floor.
Yeah, and that was a tough second foul on Malachi Lewis at the 6-minute mark, and some change going to the bench. But Oak Hill has done everything to stay in it. But this is a quarter where you can't let Beckley, if you're Oak Hill, go on a run and bury you in this first quarter.
Clary's second free throw is good. He got them both. And once again, by making them, Beckley's allowed to be able to set up their full court pressure. They double-team Kiska in the backcourt, and they knock the ball free. Kobe Dillon over to Redfern. Redfern with a finish. Biggest lead of the game right here at 7.
And this pressure's really, really got Oak. Oh, almost another steal at half court.
And there's a foul on Drew Fitzwater. But here's the thing, Eric. I think it's going to take its effect on Oak Hill throughout the course of the game. I don't think Oak Hill wants to play this fast.
I mean, they don't have their floor general out there either in Lewis. And one thing that pressure makes you do, as Andre Wright steps to the line here to shoot 2, you don't always, when you break the pressure, have to go to the bucket. Sometimes you might want to retreat, set up your offense, because now you miss the first of 2, and it really works out for Beckley's benefit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of teams, when they break the pressure, they think they have numbers as he missed them both, as Fitzwater clears the rebound.
So that ended up being a great foul by Fitzwater, not giving up a layup.
They try to get the ball down low, and they throw it away.
Yeah, I think Zai zigged and
should have zagged.
And he zagged right there.
But throwing the ball away where they threw it away at, they're still allowed to set up their full court pressure.
And Oak Hill keeps throwing it in this corner. That's going to be a turnover.
Turnover is Hicks threw that ball really hard, and the ball goes right between the hands of Conley.
They need to get it to the middle immediately. They're throwing right where Beckley's able to trap.
So it'll be side out for Beckley, and Clary will put the ball in play. Biggest lead of the game right here at 7. Oak Hill still back in that zone. They dip it, pass it down low. Fitzwater with the finish.
Great interior passing as Preston received it, and they're going to whistle Kobe Dillon. And if you look at Coach Jackson, he keeps asking, he's looking at his team saying, why do you keep throwing it right here where you can be trapped?
Yeah,
that's
the easiest place to get trapped at,
yes.
is where they throw the ball at. Beckley currently on a 6-0 run. Biggest lead of the game right here at 9. Here's Hicks on the drive. McClung for three, and that's not close. Redfern with the rebound. Beautiful fast break and a finish. No! Clary went in and he couldn't finish the layup.
Yeah, that's how you draw the fast break up, except for the finish, because the ball didn't really hit the floor.
Here's Hicks. They cut him off. But you're right, that was a well-executed fast break. You just want to be able to finish the layup.
And right now, the pressure of Beckley's defense has really gotten Oak Hill's offense flustered, and that's going to be a travel.
That's going to be an offensive foul on Conley.
Did they call a foul or a travel? I think they may have called
I think they called a travel. Beg your pardon.
Yeah, may have called a travel. And Beckley digs into his bench and gets A.J. Thomas in for some action. And he had a chance to play that second game against Oak Hill and actually started the game and played tremendous defense and led them in rebounds that night.
And here's a turnover trying to get the ball inside. And then Redfern almost gets a steal. Like I said, if you're the big fella, you want to find a guard as soon as you can.
As soon as you can. Oh, got away with another travel maybe.
New player into the ball game. David Nelson into the game as Conley will dial up a three. In and out, no good. Loose ball comes to Fitzwater.
And that's one shot that Conley in that first game, they were knocking him down.
Three ball by Kobe Dillon. A little strong. And a good rebound that time by Hicks. Hicks on the move.
And this is one thing that A.J. Thomas brings to the not a lot of offense, but defensively he's going to get you, a couple of steals or deflections.
Conley for three. It looks good and is. You could tell, Eric, he shot that right in front of us, and it looked good the moment it left his hands. Fitzwater on the other end lays it up and in. That was great execution by Beckley after that made three. Get the ball out of the net and right up the floor.
Yeah, right up the floor, putting pressure on the defense.
And that's free throw time because that's a reach in on Hawthorne, and that's the 15th foul on Beckley. So very aggressive first quarter, Eric, as we got 10 fouls between the two teams, 5 each, and that'll be, as I mentioned, free throw time for the Red Devils.
Yeah, pretty quick hands right there by Hawthorne, but just a little too much arm, I think, as he came across.
But Eric, if you're Coach Kidd, 122 left in the quarter, you got 21 points. Anytime you can get 20 or more points in a quarter, you're happy. And now, like I said, there's still 122 remaining in the quarter, and Beckley has 21. As getting to the free throw line will be Hicks. He will shoot two. The first one is good. So we got a football score, 21-14. New player into the ball game, Jacob Blankenship, 6'3" senior, will check into Oak Hill's scheme of things. Hicks made the first, second free throw on its way. Looks good and is. He got them both. As Redfern looks over the zone. Hawthorne will shoot a three from the corner. It's short. Redfern with an offensive rebound, head fake, puts it back up and in.
And a good work on the glass from your point guard as Elijah went weak side Redfern and got that rebound and got it in for two.
We're in the final minute of the opening quarter. Here's Kiska on the baseline drive. They double team him. He's in trouble, and we got a Beckley foul, and that'll get Oak Hill's Kiska to the free throw line. Levi Kiska.
They're going to whistle that one on Kobe Dillon, and I think
that's his second.
That Kiska got away with on the second spin a travel, but we're not the ones calling it. That's Kobe Dillon's second, so fouls are mounting up for both teams.
So it'll be Kiska at the free throw line. He'll shoot two. First one on its way is good. Been a very entertaining and exciting first quarter. This is an elimination game. This is Region 3, Section 2, 4A matchup. Second free throw is no good, 1 of 2, and the rebound is to Hawthorne. Coming up on the final 30 seconds of the quarter. Redfern down the lane, draws the contact, put it up, it goes. Elijah Redfern felt the contact, able to get into the lane and get the hoop in the arm.
Yeah, and that was going to be whistled as we look at this little general instant replay. But I'm glad he didn't settle for the open three and took it in the lane, as you stated, absorbed the contact and was able to put it up and in.
So Elijah Redfern at the free throw line. He shoots 84% from the line. And trying to polish off a three-point play, and he does just that. Beckley's biggest lead is here at 10. So we'll see if it'll be last shot time for the Red Devils here in the first quarter. Conley will dial up a three. It's short. Long rebound comes out to Hawthorne. Hawthorne goes coast to coast and passes to Redfern. He loses out of bounds with 11 seconds left, and Beckley turns it over.
Well, the spacing was a little too close on the spacing there. Now, Zion right there, he was unselfish, and I think he should have went up and shot the layup.
That's what I was thinking. I think Hawthorne should have just taken it himself.
It was the spacing is good thought, but I'm shooting that layup right there.
And, you know, Eric, I think
this
is one of the best quarters that Beckley's had the entire year, a 26-point quarter.
Yeah, you're looking at almost a 30-point quarter.
And now they got to go find the ball.
Hey, we've had that twice. We had talked to our producer, Butch. We had a ball against Parkersburg South get lost. It was so far that nobody could find it.
And, you know, Butch, what's funny about that, there's a whole ball rack over there. Beckley assistant coach Eric Dillon's going to say, the heck, forget trying to find that. Here's another game ball that we can use. So 11 and a half seconds remaining opening quarter. Biggest lead of the game here at 10. Last shot time for the Oak Hill Red Devils here in quarter number 1. Big crowd tonight here at the Raleigh County Convention Center, this elimination game. Kiska on the move. He's going to have to shoot it. They find Hicks. Will they get the shot off? They won't. And that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, it's Beckley 26, Oak Hill 16. Back with the second quarter after this on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
For 2 decades, we have brightened your homes and lives with our quality window, siding, and doors.
You've watched us grow.
And a lot has changed in 20 years.
But Window World's commitment to our customers and community continues and has never changed.
Our quality products have never changed. We're still America's #1 leader in exterior home remodeling, and that makes us proud.
Window World of Beckley would like to thank you, our customer and friends.
Without you, we wouldn't be us.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. If you have a plumbing problem, the only number you need is 304-253-HELP for Modley's. Also want to give a shout out to ARH. They are here tonight. As Eric, the month of February is Heart Month. I wonder if that had anything to do because Valentine's Day falls in the month of February, and they're here. And a lot of threes going on in the stands. We appreciate the good folks at ARH.
And the kids have been able to hold that three up as we had 4 3-pointers made combined by both teams in the first quarter.
So 10-point lead, biggest lead of the game, and Oak Hill will have first crack at it here in the second quarter as Conley gets the ball to Hicks. Beckley almost had a near steal there. And Conley will dial up a three. It doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. Walton able to sky for the rebound. Redfern on the drive down the lane. The ball's knocked free. Ball's out of bounds, and let's see if it will stay with Beckley or Oak Hill. I think it'll stay with Beckley.
I think it's whistled a foul.
Well, I think it is whistled a foul.
Jacob Blankenship on the push.
And you are correct. And each team was in the bonus in the first quarter, so we've had a lot of fouls in this game. So Beckley will have the possession under their own basket, get the ball to Clary.
$13 fouls whistled already.
Hawthorne whips a pass inside. That's a hard pass to get through all that traffic and all those hands. The winner of this game will advance to Friday, and they'll play the winner of Greenbrier East and Princeton. That game's going on in Princeton tonight. Of course, for the loser of that game and the loser of this game, their season is over. Redfern to put the ball in play. Hawthorne on a drive. Throws it back out to Redfern. He thought about the three. Gets the ball down low to Clary, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line. That's a nice play by Redfern because he had an open look, and rather than take the shot, he made a nice pass inside to Preston Clary.
And that's going to be on Levi Kitska, and that's going to be his first, team second. And we'll have Preston Clary step into the free throw line for 2.
Also tonight, on the other half of this region, it is Capital at South Charleston. Riverside is at George Washington as Clary knocks down the free throw. And this gives Beckley their largest lead of the game at 11. Also tonight, Eric, Bluefield playing host to Wyoming East in a sectional game. Video Productions has that down at the Brush Fork Armory. Clary's second free throw on its way. Got them both. Biggest lead of the game right here at 12. And now Beckley backs out of the pressure, maybe because of all the fouls that's been called on.
Yeah, starting to add up, and you have the lead. Play some good, solid half-court defense.
Here's Malachi Lewis back in the game. He really couldn't get untracked. He had those 2 quick fouls in the first quarter.
And they've kind of taken him off the ball.
He almost lost it there. Here's Conley for 3. That's too strong. The long rebound is Walton. A lot of contact. Malachi Lewis picks up the loose ball. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with Oak Hill.
Yeah, and Oak Hill is going to get back into their bench as a sub in Noah McClung for Jacob Blankenship.
And McClung had a really good first quarter.
Yes, he's the team's leading scorer as he had 8 points in the first quarter. Scored the team's first 8.
Yeah. So Conley to put it in play. They go to Malachi Lewis, and his shot's rejected by Hawthorne, but right back into the hands of Lewis. And who's he find? McClung, and he knocks it down. He's got 10 points in the ball game, and Beckley's lead is 10. So McClung is doing his part.
He's single-handedly really keeping them in the game.
Kobe Dillon for 3. It's short. Battle for the rebound. Kiska comes out of there with it.
A good skip pass by Zion Hawthorne's making all the right passes and reads right now as he penetrates the zone.
McClung with the ball now. He's Oak Hill's leading scorer with 10 points. Here's Hicks. They find Malachi Lewis. Conley from the corner for 3. It doesn't go, but he'll draw the foul, and he'll get to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, 3 shots on the closeout was Preston Clary.
And, Eric, that's a real note. You never want to foul anybody shooting that type of shot at corner 3. The percentages, is he capable of making the shot? Yes, but you don't want to foul him.
Yeah, that was one of those where you close out at the kid. You got to go by him, not at him, as he's able to knock down the first.
Because wouldn't you agree that the percentages, and like I said, Conley can definitely make that shot, but the percentages that he'll make 3 free throws before he'll make that deep 3 in the corner.
Yeah, he's made 1. I think he's 1 of 4 from the 3-point line.
As he misses the second free throw. So what do I know about percentages, right? Conley ready, and he's a good shooter, and he's very capable, like I said, of making that corner 3. So he made the first, missed the second one, and he makes the third. He gets 2 of 3, and checking back into the ball game will be Andre Wright, as Oak Hill has got the lead now back into single digits.
And Oak Hill's going to the free throw line 10 times. Making 6 out of 10 here in the first half. That's keeping them in it along with Noah McClung's play.
Here's Beckley with it. Oak Hill playing that zone. Coming up on the 5-minute mark of the first half.
And it seems like the zone has really slowed the pace down offensively for Beckley.
Yeah, it has. And Beckley has not pressured full court here in this second quarter.
Yeah.
Redfern thought about the 3.
But that's what that zone wants.
A nice whip pass to right through Walton's hands. It was a good pass. Walton couldn't handle it. And here comes the Red Devils with an opportunity to cut into the Beckley lead. Kiska into the lane. Here is Hicks for three. That's short. Battle for the rebound, and Clary comes out of there with it. Redfern shaking and baking into the lane, tacks the rim, lay it up and in. Nice play by Elijah Redfern. Lead back to 10 for Beckley. Biggest lead's been 12.
And Elijah Redfern gets into double figures now with 11.
And Oak Hill in no hurries. They walk it up. McClung on the drive into the lane, trying to back his man down. Nice move. Couldn't finish as Walton gets a rebound. He had a nice move, though.
Great move, but Walton did a great job just staying vertical.
Yeah,
and
not
trying
fouling.
to elevate and foul.
Three ball by Redfern is short. Wright clears the rebound for the Red Devils. Wright into the lane and throws it away. Beckley with numbers. Redfern attacks the basket, up and in. And Malachi Lewis really couldn't afford to be too aggressive because he didn't want to get his third foul. As Oak Hill will call a 30-second timeout. This will equal the largest lead of the game as we watch the replay.
Yeah, and Lewis does a good job of just staying vertical and really not picking that foul up.
Let you know that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Leisure Lanes are now hiring for a full-time or a part-time position. Wait staff needed, evening and weekends, day shifts, everything's available. They pay $8.75 an hour plus tips. They're also looking for cooks. And you can dial up Mary at 304-253-7328 to see what possible employment that Leisure Lanes may have for you. Well, like I said, other games going on around the state tonight, Eric. The other half of this section being played in Princeton between Greenbrier East and Princeton. Also down in Charleston tonight, Riverside is at George Washington. Capital is at South Charleston. George Washington, I've been told, is up big. I don't have the score, but I've been told they were up big. And, of course, they're expected to win that game. But just because you're the favorite, it doesn't always work out that way, does it?
That's right. That's right. A lot of things can happen in the postseason.
So out of the timeout, the Red Devils have it. Beckley's 12-point lead right here equals the largest lead of the game. And Beckley forces a turnover. Redfern in the open court finds Walton. Walton is fouled. And I tell you what, good job by Walton, the big fella running the floor, and Redfern at the last minute able to find Walton, and Walton goes in, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line. And that, my friends, is a postseason foul.
And that, yes, a good hard foul by Andre Wright. That'll be his second, but I like the foul, make Walton go to the charity stripe and earn them.
Free throw by Walton is no good, as Conley will check back into the Red Devil lineup. And it'll be Wright that'll have a seat. But yeah, you know, you can't give up easy layups, so that was a really good foul by Wright. Walton missed the first of two. Second free throw on its way. He gets one of two, and the biggest lead is 13 right here. You know, Eric, Red Devils down 13 coming up on 3 minutes for the half. Malachi Lewis yet to score because he's been saddled with, you know, two early fouls. But they got to really get him going. Here's a drive. Hicks puts up the shot. It won't go. Clary with the rebound. Kobe Dillon into the corner for Hawthorne. Back to Dillon for three. Short. Ball tipped around. Beckley has the possession. Dillon will try again. In and out, no good. He had two good looks, and he couldn't get neither one to go down.
Yeah, just not falling for him. But, hey, I like the recognition getting it back to him because 6 times out of 10, he's going to knock that down.
I will say this. If you're Benitez Jackson, you're just holding your breath because he had two really good looks as Beckley turns him over. I mean, yes. Kobe Dillon had two really good looks, and those are shots you think out of two of them, he's going to make at least one of them.
Exactly.
And he didn't make either, but I'm just saying.
Recognition getting back to him.
Yes.
That was going to put him up with their largest lead of the night.
Yeah, because if you're Benitez Jackson, there's nothing you can do but just hope he misses, which he did.
And George Washington was up big. They're up 66-41 in their contest.
George Washington leads 66-41 over Riverside tonight. Into the lane, Hawthorne, the short shot won't go. Long rebound comes out to Malachi Lewis.
Preston Clary didn't get that rebound, but he has been active on the glass.
Nice drive to the basket by Kiska, but he left it short.
And Clary with another rebound.
Clary was open in the lane. They throw the ball to Walt. Now they find Clary, and the shot is a little short. But I think if they had got him the ball early, he was wide open. He'd had a layup.
Yeah, that was a contested shot. A little contact, just has to play through that. He felt he was fouled, but you're not going to get that call. You just got to be a little stronger with the basketball.
Here's Kiska for three. That's an air ball. I think Kobe Dillon might got a part of that. The ball's deflected, but Dillon able to get it. Open for three. And you got to figure he's not going to miss three straight, right?
That's right.
Because he had another good look right there. Biggest lead of the game right here for Beckley at 16. Yeah, after Kobe Dillon had missed two previous threes, I knew the minute he let that go, that was going in. Malachi Lewis on the drive. The ball's blocked. Is smothering Beckley defense in the lane. Clary running the floor and a finish.
Another great assist by Elijah Redfern.
It's a 10-0 Beckley run right now and an 18-point lead, biggest lead of the game.
Well, with 52 seconds to go in the quarter, I bet this is the first. I don't know. Hadn't done a lot of Oak Hill games, but Malachi Lewis has yet to score.
Yeah, like I said, he was saddled with two early fouls. He just never got in the flow and hasn't gotten the flow as of yet. But here's a guy that's gotten the flow, McClung. And he'll dial up a three. In and out, no good. Lewis with the rebound.
It looked like Lewis is not really being aggressive for his shot.
Nelson for three doesn't go, but Conley able to pick it out of the air, put it back up. This will stop a 10-0 Beckley run. And now it'll be last shot time of the half for Beckley coming up on the final 15 seconds. But once again, Beckley's they played well Thursday against Parkersburg South. They played really well Friday against Capital. They whip a pass inside. Walton doesn't go, but he'll draw the foul with 5 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, well, that was a tough fall, but a nice pass by Redfern, good recognition. But that's a hard fall as we look on this instant replay. Nothing to brace the fall here.
Whoa, that hurt me as you can.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. They probably got a crack in the floor right there. So Walton will get to the line. He'll shoot two with 5 seconds left in the half.
And at the moment, Beckley has held Oak Hill to a 6-point quarter.
And the first free throw by Walton is good. You know, Eric, when I went to the store on Sunday, I had so many people come to me and say they didn't realize coming into tonight's game that Beckley had made 29 of their last 33 free throws, and at one point had made 25 in a row as Walton makes them both there.
Yeah, and let me give you a stat line tonight. 9 of 10.
Kiska, it doesn't go, and that's how the half will end. So if they were 29 of 33 and they made 9 of 10, so out of their last 43 foul shots.
That's 38.
Beckley has made 38 of their last 43.
Yes.
And they'll take an 18-point advantage into the locker room, 40-22. We'll take a break, come back, recap the first half, and we'll do that on the other end of this break here on Video Productions.
Dependability isn't a piece of hardware. It's peace of mind. It's the confidence you get from knowing that every time you get behind the wheel, you're in a vehicle that's capable and reliable. Dependability isn't driving just any brand. It's driving the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
I started this bandwagon. Everybody jumped on. Try to serve me, you're about to get dunked on. That was freestyle, fellas.
Love it? We just have a different sound.
2 words, Dunking's iced coffee.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Butch Mounts producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. And we're going to recap the first half. And recapping the first half is brought to you by Edward Jones, your financial advisor. You can call Heather Cantley at 304-254-9995 for all your financial advice. Also, recapping the first half is brought to you by Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of high school sports in the great state of West Virginia. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial up your Amana dealer, Indoor Air, 304-890-2212. Well, at the break, Beckley in front by 18, 40-22. This equals the largest lead of the game. Beckley got off to a 3-0 lead. Oak Hill cut it to 3-2. Game was tied at 5. Beckley went on a 5-0 run to cut it to 10-5. Beckley's lead then went out to 15-10. It went 19-13, 21-14, and Beckley led by 10, 26-16 at the end of the quarter. Into the second quarter, Beckley's lead was at 10 again, 28-18. Oak Hill had cut it to 28-20, but Beckley had a 10-0 run to take the lead to 18, 38-20, and they each exchanged a bucket. And at the break, Beckley leads by 18, 40-22. This is Region 3, Section 2, Class 4A elimination game, and Beckley up 18. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go inside the numbers of the first half, and we'll do it on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
We need a proven business leader who knows how to get things done for Southern West Virginia. We need a leader who will stand up and fight and defend our family values. We need a leader who believes in individual freedoms. We need a leader to represent us who understands what being a proud West Virginian is all about. We need a conservative Republican in the state Senate. So on May 14th, vote for Brian Helton, because he'll always show up and fight for us.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Beckley, with their largest lead of the game, leads by 18 at the break, 40-22. We're going to go inside the numbers, and inside the numbers are brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, the old country store, locations in Beckley and Princeton. Also, inside the numbers are brought to you by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. The only number you need to know if you have a plumbing problem is 304-253-HELP for Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Well, Eric, 40-22, the Beckley halftime lead, and you have the numbers of the first half.
Yeah, both teams went to the free throw line 10 times, as Oak Hill was able to knock down 6 out of 10. Beckley knocked down 9 out of 10. Three-point shooting, Oak Hill has knocked down 2, and Beckley has knocked down 4 three-pointers. Leading the way for Oak Hill is Noah McClung, who has 10 of their 22 points, and Brent Conley has 7. So that's 17 of their 22 points, and Malachi Lewis is yet to score, and I'm sure he's probably the team's leading scorer.
Yeah, he is, and we said that when he got those 2 quick fouls, it seemed like it just was taking him out of the game. In fact, he didn't have very many shot attempts.
Yeah, I don't think he maybe shot it maybe 3 times.
Maybe.
And two of them blocked.
Right, 3 at the very most.
So good defense by Beckley is trying to take Lewis out, but the foul trouble was really what took him out of the game. And for Beckley, on the flip side, Elijah Redfern has had a great floor game. He has 13 points to lead the way. Preston Clary has 9, and he's a perfect 4-4 from the free throw line. Jalen Walton has 5. Kobe Dillon 6. And Zion Hawthorne has 3 points, but he's played a tremendous game and a few assists, great skip passes as he's penetrated the zone and finding open players.
And really good on the defensive end has been Zy Hawthorne.
I mean, the points don't matter a lot. The way he's been playing the off-guard position for Beckley, but he's really controlled, the tempo and the way he's playing the game has been phenomenal lately.
So Beckley leads by 18, equals the largest lead of the game, 40-22. We'll take our final halftime break. We'll come back and get you ready for the second half. We'll be up. It'll be Beckley Oak Hill, the second half coming up next here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Midstate Ford, where every deal is a Big John deal. Northside Drive, Route 19 in Summersville. Come see why people from all over the great state of West Virginia are making the drive to Summersville. Incredible deals on brand new Fords. The state's guaranteed lowest price on brand new F-150s, Super Duties, and more. Plus incredible service after the sale at Midstate Ford. Northside Drive, right off of Route 19 in Summersville. Online anytime at MidstateFordWV.com.
Hey, grab me one too.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center, ready to start the second half. Beckley will have first crack at it. And you know, Eric, one thing about it, this is an elimination game, and for one team, they're going to love going to practice tomorrow.
Yeah, one team will have some pep in their step at the end of these 2 quarters.
Nice pass by Redfern to Walton down low, and he muscles the shot up and in. Beckley's biggest lead of the game is right here at 20. And once again, Beckley comes back out with full court pressure. This is how they started the game. Here's Kiska on the drive. A little floater goes. Nice looking shot from Kiska. So each team trades field goals in their first possession of the second half. Walton into the lane, a little short shot. He knocks it down. So Walton has started the second half with back-to-back hoops. Here's Kiska, and he throws it away because that's really good defense by Redfern.
Well, and there's also good elusiveness by Redfern because they were trying to throw the ball off of him, and he was able to get out of the way.
So Jacob Blankenship will check into the Oak Hill scheme of things. 20-point advantage. We're a minute into the second half. This equals the largest lead of the game right here. And Beckley really has they've led from the opening tip. Scored 3-0. Oak Hill got to 3-2. The game was tied at 5. Beckley had a 5-0 run there in the first quarter. Had a 6-0 run and a 10-0 run there in the second quarter, and they've opened up this 20-point lead. The winner of this game will play Friday. The loser of their season's over. Down low, Clary's able to finish.
Preston Clary gets into double figures off the assist from Jalen Walton. And just good sharing of the basketball. And this press has really gotten Oak Hill discombobulated offensively.
Well, Malachi Lewis has never really got in the flow of the game, Eric.
And I think it's those 2 early fouls that really got him off, out of rhythm on the bench for, 6 minutes of the
first quarter. And I think as Conley dials up a 3, it doesn't go. I think that and the pressure that Beckley's applied, the ball's fumbled around, but Blankenship has it. Now Malachi Lewis for a 3. It doesn't go, and Walton skies for the rebound. We got an Oak Hill foul.
And I think that's going to be whistled on Blankenship, his second.
But as I mentioned, the winner of this game will play Friday, and if Beckley continues to hang on with the lead they have, they will host here in this building Friday. We'll have it, and they'll play the winner of the game going on now down in Princeton between Greenbrier East and Princeton. We don't have a score. We'll try to get you a score of that Greenbrier East Princeton. As Butch Mounts tells me that he's going to dial us up a score here in a minute. Hawthorne will dial up a 3. It doesn't go, as Conley will get the rebound for Oak Hill.
Yeah. Oak Hill got lost right there on defense. Hawthorne had a good open look, just not able to cash in.
Here's Malachi Lewis now. Ball goes over to Hicks. Hicks on the drive, tacks the basket. It's swatted away by Walton. And I think the foul, I don't think it's going to be on Walton. I think it might be on Redfern. We'll see.
No, I think that's going to be on Walton because it wasn't the block. I think it was the body after.
You are correct.
Yeah, I think that's a correct call because he got the block, but his momentum carried him into the shooter.
So Hicks at the line to shoot 2.
And he's 2 of 2. His only 2 points of the night came from the free throw line.
And the first free throw is good.
Good looking shot. Nice rotation.
I look at this Oak Hill roster, Eric, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of their 12 players are seniors, so they're going to have 7 of their guys back. Second free throw is no good, and Walton gets the rebound.
And pick up a cheap foul as a Blankenship. It'll be his third. And got a score update for the Princeton-Greenbrier East game. Princeton's up 42-28 in the third quarter.
So Princeton leads Greenbrier East 42-28 in the third quarter. If Princeton hangs on and Beckley hangs on, they'll play here on Friday night, Eric, and we'll have it as McClung will check back into the Oak Hill lineup. Of course, we got a tournament game tomorrow. We've got college basketball. WVU Tech tomorrow night, 7 o'clock to tip here on Video Productions. They take on Kokomo of Indiana.
And that's going to be a good high-flying basketball contest as Tech plays a good brand of basketball.
3 ball by Redfern is good. Eric, the game we did last week is here's Beckley with the full court pressure, and Oak Hill throws it away. But what I was getting ready to say, we did that Tech game last week where Thomas Haley, one of their key components, got hurt. Well, I talked to their coach because they were practicing when I got here, and he's not sure. It'll be a game-time decision if he'll play tomorrow. He hasn't practiced, done anything, stayed off that foot since that injury.
Well, we saw it, understandably so. That was we
bad.
Thought it might have been broken the way he twisted it. But game time, kids are resilient.
Here's Clary for 3. And right now, Eric, I think Beckley's imposing their will on Oak Hill as the Red Devils want a timeout. So timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. 4.5 remaining third quarter. It's all Beckley. They're up 52-25. We'll take a break. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Need a proven business leader who knows how to get things done for Southern West Virginia. We need a leader who will stand up and fight and defend our family values. We need a leader who believes in individual freedoms. We need a leader to represent us who understands what being a proud West Virginian is all about. We need a conservative Republican in the state Senate. So on May 14th, vote for Brian Helton because he'll always show up and fight for us.
Mid-State Ford, where every deal is a Big John deal. Northside Drive, Route 19 in Summersville. Come see why people from all over the great state of West Virginia are making the drive to Summersville. Incredible deals on brand new Fords. The state's guaranteed lowest price on brand new F-150s, Super Duties, and more. Plus incredible service after the sale at Mid-State Ford, Northside Drive, right off of Route 19 in Summersville. Online anytime at midstatefordwv.com.
Out of the timeout, Oak Hill will have it. 4.5 to go. And, Eric, just to show you how good Beckley's defense has been, Oak Hill scored 16 in the first quarter. And with 4.5 remaining in the third, they have only 25 now. And it's been a real struggle as Beckley's defense has been outstanding.
Yeah, and defensively, and you stated it in the first quarter, the way the game was going, Beckley had imposed his will and made them speed up faster than they wanted to play.
Right, and the thing that I said when they played Parkersburg South, and I'll state this again, for Beckley to get where they ultimately want to go is Oak Hill turns it over. For Beckley to get where they ultimately want to go, and that is win the state championship, of course, on Saturday, March 16th, they will go as far as their defense will take them. As good as Beckley's been offensively, it's going to come down to how they can they get crucial stops when they need them, should they make the state tournament.
And the thing that they've done in the last 3 to 4 games is good decision-making. Even on a couple of the turnovers offensively, you'll live with it because it was the right play, just not a great pass, but it was the right basketball play.
And there's a nice pass and down low. Walton's having a big third quarter.
And Walton's in double figures with 11, 6 points in the quarter, as you stated.
Beckley's started this. Beckley's on a 14-3 run in this quarter. And they, like I said, they're imposing their will on Oak Hills. We're under the halfway point of quarter number 3. Hicks thought about the 3, but Malachi Lewis just has not been able to get on track. He puts up a shot. It won't go. Kiska with the offensive rebound. It doesn't go, and Redfern clears the boards for Beckley. Kobe Dillon for 3 on its way. Doesn't go. Walton cleans it up and draws the foul.
And that was a man-sized rebound right there by Walton. And I don't mind that transition 3 right there.
No, not at all. And Kobe Dillon, he's got a little frustration. He's missed like 3 or 4 open looks that he normally makes.
Hey, but shooters shoot. Keep shooting the rock.
That's right. And the good thing about it, Coach Kidd can live with that because, like you said, that was a good transition 3, and it was a good shot as Walton misses the first free throw. Nelson back into the lineup along with Blankenship for Oak Hill. Like I said, Oak Hill, since the first quarter, Eric, has only been able to score 9 points.
Yeah, six in the second
and
quarter.
3 up to now.
Yes.
So Beckley, like I said, they've really imposed their will on them. Second free throw, Walton is good. He makes 1 of 2. Biggest lead of the game right here. So it's a 15-3 run to start this second half. And by all senses, really put the game possibly away. Here's another turnover. Redfern puts up a 3. It doesn't go. Clary with the rebound. In traffic, and we got a foul, and it'll be Beckley's ball up under their own basket.
But another good offensive rebound for Beckley as the ball seems to be bouncing their way, and that's going to be whistled on Amani Hicks.
The one thing, Eric, I think you agree, and even though Beckley, when they entered that Parkersburg South game, they were coming off a 16-point loss at George Washington.
Ugly loss.
But against Parkersburg South and against Capital, and so far tonight, they've looked like a completely different team, and maybe they've hit their stride as Kobe Dillon dials up a 3. He wasn't about to miss that one as he drains a 3 ball straight away right down the chute.
And like you said, it only takes a couple of good quarters, of play as Oak Hill struggles to break the pressure again. But to right the ship,
Right. The Beckley defense has been stifling. And here's a steal by Redfern. $16-footer straight away. Redfern needs a roll, won't get it. The ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley.
Now right there, I think Redfern on the penetration should have kicked it to the wing. Zion Hawthorne was wide open.
But he was feeling it. He was feeling it.
He was in his bag. He was in his bag doing.
He was
between the legs.
He was like Santa. He was in his bag passing out gifts, and that one he wanted for himself. There's the pass. Clary whips the pass inside. Walton will put up the shot. It won't go. They fight for the rebound, and Malachi Lewis comes out of there with it.
Yeah, I think Walton felt there was a lot of contact on that.
Offensive putback is good. That's a nice job by Blankenship on the rebound. And there's one of the miniature basketballs got out on the floor down there.
And that's the 5th point of the quarter on that putback by Blankenship.
But Malachi Lewis has just really had a tough night. Final score from Shady is Shady will advance as they beat Independence 100-42. So congratulations to Shady. They will advance. They will play on Friday night. Shady, one of the favorites in Class AAA. Of course, both Fairmont's Senior and East, a couple of the other favorites. Nitro, I think it's more than a 2-team race. There are a lot of good teams in AAA. Fitzwater into the game.
A lot of good teams.
And one thing about it, Fairmont Senior and East Fairmont, they're in the same section. So they both could still end up making the state tournament, and they're going to look like they could play on Friday. A.J. Thomas, I think you know him, Eric. He's into the lineup.
Yeah, getting some minutes.
Coming up on the 2-minute mark, third quarter, down low. Fitzwater able to score. So really, I thought the second quarter was when Beckley staggered them, but here in the third quarter, they've delivered the knockout punch. A little wild shot that was at that time by Wright. And back the other way is Redfern. Down the lane, tacks the basket, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line.
And I think that if that's whistled on Blankenship, that'll be his 4th.
It is, and I think it is. You are correct.
Hey, but Blankenship, he's my kind of player, though, as far as that. He's not letting you get an easy layup. You're going to have to go earn it at the free throw line.
And, you know, Beckley is Elijah Redfern, even though he is their leading scorer right at 20 a game. He just hasn't had to rely on his scoring. He's got so many other people involved in the Beckley offense as he makes the first of 2.
And that'll get him right on his average. I think he's averaging, I have it here.
He's averaging right at 20, right?
Yeah, well, 18.7 points per
19.
contest. Yeah, so this can put him right at 18 points.
Preston Clary will be in if Redfern can knock this free throw down. He does, and Clary back into the lineup. But it's been a struggle for Oak Hill since that first quarter. Like I said, they had 16 at the end of the first quarter. They've only been able to mount up 11 points since then.
Yeah, if you look at this is a youth movement here. All 5 of the gentlemen that are out on the court for Beckley right now will be returning next year.
Are all underclassmen, yep. They've just made it tough for Oak Hill. And Malachi Lewis has yet to score. And like I said, it's just been tough on him tonight. Here's Kiske into the lane. The short shot won't go. And the rebound is to Hawthorne. Hawthorne will attack the basket off the glass, too strong, tipped around. And here come the Red Devils with it. Here's Wright in the open court. Wright attacks the basket, hits the front of the rim. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Oak Hill.
Good defense by Preston Clary as he ran in front of Wright and made him shoot the shot a little quicker than he wanted to.
Yeah, he hit like up under the rim.
Yep.
So it'll be out of bounds to Oak Hill under their own basket. But you know the thing, Eric, if somebody had told you into the third quarter, we're under a minute now, and Malachi Lewis hadn't scored, you would think, yeah, Oak Hill would have no shot, and that's pretty much been the case. There's Nelson on the drive, and he's fouled by A.J. Thomas. I think a little too aggressive that time. So that'll be Thomas's first, team's second. Hicks back into the Oak Hill scheme of things.
And I think Wright for Oak Hill, I think he's a senior.
Senior. Blankenship's a senior. Wright's a senior. Malachi Lewis, of course, a senior. They double him up.
So a lot of guys, unless they turn it around in the fourth.
Here's Hicks. They got him covered. Malachi Lewis will whip a pass. Here's Nelson, thought about it. Nope. Gets a little closer, doesn't go. And A.J. Thomas comes out of there with the rebound. Final 20 seconds of the third. Kobe Dillon thought about the three, puts it on the deck. Hawthorne got away with a travel. I don't know if they know the clock. Final 5 seconds left in the third. Kobe Dillon will know, and he'll dial up a three. It doesn't go, and that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of three, it's Beckley 62, Oak Hill 27. Back for the fourth quarter after this on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Butch Mounts producing and directing here tonight. Jackie Moon on camera. Headed to the fourth quarter, and it's been all Beckley, Eric, as they lead 62-27.
Yeah, and the theme of the night has been the defense. I mean, defense has generated offense for the Flying Eagles tonight.
Yeah, and it's right on cue. As soon as you say that, here's a steal by Redfern. He'll attack the basket, and they'll call an offensive foul. They'll say Redfern cleared out.
Yeah, one of the few.
And we'll watch the replay here. And right there he did. That's a good call.
Yeah. Kind of strong-armed him, off.
But, Eric, as soon as you said that, Redfern made that steal. But I thought you're right. The defense set the tone with their full-court pressure right off the bat. I think it got Oak Hill playing much faster than they want to play, and it got the pace of the game. And, Beckley had a 26-point quarter, and I think it really got Beckley going. And then they really put the defensive clamps. After that quarter, they really have stifled Oak Hill.
Yeah, your scoring by quarters is 26 in the first for Beckley to 16.
And there's Beckley foul.
And the two middle quarters, Beckley outscored Oak Hill in the second, 14-6 and 22-5 in that third. I mean, that's just you have 11 points combined.
Like I said, they had Oak Hill on the ropes in the second quarter, and I think they finished them off in the third.
And Malachi Lewis is still yet to score but can't say enough about that kid.
Right, he's a tremendous competitor.
Player.
Here's Conley on the drive. Malachi Lewis shaking and baking, finds Kiska. But here's the thing, Malachi Lewis, as he drives to the basket, will draw the foul and get to the line with a chance to score his first 2 points. But here's the thing, Malachi Lewis could have went out and got 25 or 30, and it still might have been hard for Oak Hill to beat Beckley. But with almost a minute into the fourth quarter and he hasn't scored, if that doesn't happen, you have no chance to beat Beckley.
Yeah, zero chance. And that one's going to be picked. That foul was on
A.J.
Thomas, and they have him for 3, and I do as well.
As Malachi Lewis trying to get in the scoring column for the first time tonight, and he cannot. It just is not, and this will be his last high school game, and just probably one he wants to forget. It just has not been a memorable game for him tonight.
And I think he came up a little lame right there on that block call. Him and A.J. Thomas, I think they collided. Their shins collided as he gets into the scoring column with the second of 2.
So he makes 1 of 2. And we're coming up into 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Clary will attack the basket. He'll lose the ball out of bounds. It'll be a Beckley turnover.
Good attack, just not got to be strong with the basketball. Could have came to a jump stop right there and went up.
But he had the right idea, taking the ball to the basket.
Sure did. Sure did.
So now, Eric, I think it's, I know that Greenbrier East and Oak Hill, Greenbrier East and Princeton still with the lead, much closer But should Princeton hang on, as there's a three put up, no good. Clary with the rebound. We'll be looking for round 3 maybe on, it would be if Princeton hangs on and wins, no matter who they play, whether it's East or Princeton. But if it is Princeton, the last time it was a really tight game at Princeton. Beckley beat Greenbrier East pretty decisively each time as Fitzwater works down low, puts up the short shot off the glass, a little strong.
Yeah, but whoever they get, Princeton, Greenbrier East, they're going to come in here knowing they can win the basketball game, so you're going to have to be on your game Friday night if you want to host the co-region.
Yeah, because if you're Beckley or anybody, but especially if you're Beckley, you do not want to go to either probably South Charleston or George Washington.
Yeah, because you know how you fared historically at those teams, at those venues.
Well, against both of those teams in 3 games, Beckley was 0-3 and 0-2 on the road as Clary has the ball stripped.
And that's where I think if he goes back and watches this, if he would come to a jump stop and go up, don't give the defender a chance to strip you.
So Kobe Dillon will have a seat. A.J. Thomas back into the game. Clary, a little short shot is good. And, Eric, even though he was open, that's a really hard shot because that was only about 5 feet from the basket.
And not using the backboard.
Yeah, like I said, the angle in which he had, that was a very difficult shot, even though he was very close to the hoop.
16 points for Clary tonight.
Yeah.
Oak Hill has a mismatch down low and didn't take advantage of the switch.
Conley will dial it up for 3.
And Conley can reign when he's left open, and that gets Conley in double figures with 10.
Redfern will pull up, find Fitzwater down low. Fitzwater able to score. Drew Fitzwater with a bucket. 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter. So Beckley's going to advance, and Eric, it looks like they're going to be over 70 again, and that's something that's been more of a trend as of late as Malachi Lewis shoots an air ball.
Just not uncharacteristic of Lewis.
There's a lob. Redfern catches and slam dunk. That was a beautiful pass by Hawthorne, and that's what made the play. It's nice as the jam was. They call it technical for hanging on the rim. I believe they did. But it's nice as we watch the replay. As Redfern goes up, he throws it down, and he just trying to make sure he didn't fall on anybody.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Yeah. That's not even a –
Yeah, I don't know about that one. But, Eric, I'll tell you this. As nice as the play was, what made it as Malachi Lewis makes the first technical, as nice as the play was, what made the play was the pass by Hawthorne.
The pass was right on the money, and people think that's easy. That was a –
But, I think everybody in the building disagrees with the call except for the ones that count. As Malachi Lewis makes them both. And I guess it's really a moot point, but Redfern, it looked like he was just wanting to make sure that when he landed that he didn't come down on anybody.
His momentum, and it wasn't even that egregious. I
agree with you.
I think it was a routine catch and slam. And
But, Eric, maybe it could be because we're in tournament play. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think what we saw in the regular season, that would have been called in the regular season.
Yeah, I don't think so either, and that's going to be short.
Yeah, and I think maybe just because it is tournament time, and I know everybody's watching tournament time, and we appreciate all the viewers here on Video Productions, but people are watching however they watch. As here's Fitzwater, and it is what it is, right? We'll just let it go at that.
Yeah.
So coming up on the halfway point of the fourth quarter, Beckley turns it over. But Beckley had scored 70 or more in only 4 games this season. And for the third straight game, we're going to get to 70 or more.
Yeah, and the balance is coming from, sharing the basketball, making the right plays, and believing in one another.
And another thing, Gary, if you go back and you look at the first quarter, as Kiska dials up a 3, it won't go. You look at Beckley's first quarter with South and first quarter with Capital and first quarter tonight, all of them have been over 20 points. They've gotten off to really good starts. Here's Rainey will dial up a 3. It doesn't go. Battle for the loose ball, and Oak Hill comes out of there with it.
Yeah, and that's Lucas Rainey. I had a chance to see him in JV several times. He usually knocks that shot down. Another good
The
look.
big fella Fitzwater running the floor. He had what was going to be an easy layup. He looked up to see the basket, Eric, and he took his eye off the ball and it goes out of bounds.
I'll test that to being like a wide receiver, so wide open, get ready to score the touchdown and not looking it in the hands.
Well, like I said, I think he looked up to see where he was on the floor, and that split second when he took his eye off the ball goes right off of Fitzwater and out of bounds.
And Beckley is digging in their bench again, and Braylon Mickey is in the game.
Oak Hill's also got a new player into the ball game. And A.J. Thomas with the steal. Mickey picks it up. Mickey attacks. He gets fouled, and he'll get to the line. That's just a good, hard play. Nothing malicious about that play. As Mickey will shoot a pair.
Yeah, just a good, hard play both ways.
So Mickey's first free throw is good. Beckley's going to empty their bench. Another new ball player into the game.
Javante Wines.
Yeah, Wines into the game. And another player into the game as well.
And that's Owen Gunner.
Yeah, Owen Gunner into the game. As they waved that free throw off, and I think we got a lane violation.
Yeah, and it was on the shooter.
Yep. Instead of a 15-foot, he tried to make it 14 and some change, right? Beckley led 26-16 at the end of the quarter, 40-22 at the break, 62-27 at the end of three. And they've really imposed their will coming down the final 3 minutes of this one. As Oak Hill's going to finish their season at 8-13. Beckley's going to go 13-9 as this three is good. And Beckley will advance to the sectional championship game on this floor Friday night. And by the way, that's a 7:30 tip against either Greenbrier East or Princeton. The last score I got, Princeton was up double digits. So if Princeton hangs on and wins that game, it'll be Beckley and Princeton on Friday night. Ball's loose on the floor. Beckley turns it over. And what do we got? We got a charge on Oak Hill.
That's tough because the Oak Hill player was actually pushed, I think, by Rainey on the trail. So it evens out on the technical foul now because
Jones checks tough into the lineup for Oak Hill. I'm trying to get you a score on the Princeton Greenbrier East game. That game's got to be winding down. In fact, that might be over because that game started. There's 2 minutes left in the game, I'm told. The reason I thought it might be over because it started 30 minutes before this game. As we're under two, we'll see if we got a score, Eric.
Yeah, it looks like Princeton's going to come away 60-38 is the score with 2 minutes to go.
So with 2 minutes left, Princeton leads Greenbrier East 60-38. So it looks like it's going to be Beckley and Princeton on Friday night for the sectional title. And that game will tip at 7:30 on Friday night. We'll have it for you on Video Productions. So Beckley looked really sharp is what we got. We got an official timeout. Another one of the plastic one of the plastic basketballs that they gave out tonight made its way onto the court. We got a really good crowd and expect a really even bigger crowd on Friday night for the sectional title.
Well, we may have spoke too soon because Beckley's been stuck on 69 as we stated.
Well, yeah, I said they was going to get 70 or more, and they got a 128 in which to do it. Here's Wines with it. A.J. Thomas for three. It won't go. And the ball, what do we got? We got a foul. An Oak Hill foul. So that's only their third team foul. Beckley's already committed 5 team fouls. 114. You're right, Eric. We've probably only got maybe a couple possessions for Beckley to get 70 or more. So maybe I've learned you'd think I'd learned my lesson by now, right?
Yeah. But since you said that, they've
right. Well, here's Wines, and he's gonna make me look smart. Wines make me look smart, right?
He came through for you.
He said, "I got you, partner." As Wines dials up a three. Here's the three by O'Keel, and banks it in. Final 50 seconds. And Beckley is going to eliminate O'Keel. That's an air ball. And, there's a time where A.J. Thomas should have grabbed the ball. If you can grab it, you should grab the ball.
Lesson learned right there, and I'm going to make sure he understands.
And, Eric, you're right.
That.
It's a 72-39 game, and most people may not think about that play, but as coaches, you've got to teach it. Whenever you can grab the ball, you need to grab the ball, and that just shows you why.
It could have been a fast break situation right there as well.
Ball's out of bounds. It'll stay with O'Keel the final 26 seconds. So Beckley has led wire to wire as they scored the first three of this game, and there's a bucket on the baseline for O'Keel. Very similar to their second game. Beckley won that game February the 8th, 76-48. This is 72-41 right now in the final 10 seconds. And there's a Beckley foul, and count the basket. So we're almost at the exact same score at Beckley beat O'Keel on February the 8th. Like I said, it's 72-43 here with 5.7 to go. Beckley won that game 76-48 over an O'Keel on February the 8th.
Yeah, almost identical. Copy and paste.
And, Eric, we did the Beckley. It looks like it's going to be Beckley and Princeton. The free throw's no good. Beckley won that game here big, but only won by 2 points down at Princeton as Beckley will dribble out the time. Final score, Beckley 72 and O'Keel 43. O'Keel's season is done. The Red Devils will finish at 8-13. Beckley will advance to 13-9, and Beckley looks like Princeton will be their opponent. We're going to take a quick break, come back, and recap this game as Beckley wins at 72-43. We'll be right back on Video Productions.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center where Beckley has eliminated O'Keel. Final score 72-43. So O'Keel's season's done. They will finish at 8-13. Beckley with the win. Their record goes to 13-9, and they will have a date Friday, and it looks like that date will be with Princeton. We'll get into that a little bit more. The recap of the ball game is brought to you by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal offers a no-premium, no-deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. You can apply for a job with Infinity Coal. You can go online to the Facebook page at United Coal Company, or you can pick up an application at the Guard Shack, which is located on Independence Road in Sophia, West Virginia. Also, the scoring recap is brought to you by Leisure Lanes, and they have jobs available. And you can dial up Mary at Leisure Lanes at 304-253-7328 to see what jobs they do have available. Well, as we recap the game, Beckley led wire to wire. They scored the first three. The game was tied at 5. Beckley then opened up a lead of 13-8, then opened up a lead 19-10. Beckley led 26-16 at the end of the quarter. Beckley led 28-20 in the second quarter, and then went on a 10-0 run to go up 38-20, and they maintained that 18-point lead at the break, 40-22. At the end of 3, Beckley they really dominated that third quarter. They took that lead to 44-24, 52-25. They led 62-27 at the end of 3, and in the fourth quarter they coasted to a 72-43 victory. So we're going to take a break here in the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. When we come back, Eric will go inside the numbers, and we'll do it on the other end of the break here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Midstate Ford, where every deal is a Big John deal. Northside Drive, Route 19 in Summersville. Come see why people from all over the great state of West Virginia are making the drive to Summersville. Incredible deals on brand new Fords. The state's guaranteed lowest price on brand new F-150s, Super Duties, and more. Plus incredible service after the sale at Midstate Ford. Northside Drive, right off of Route 19 in Summersville. Online anytime at MidstateFordWV.com.
Hey, grab me one too.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center, where Beckley has defeated Oak Hill in this Region 3 Section 2 4A semifinal sectional game. Beckley wins it 72-43. We're going to go inside the numbers. Inside the numbers are brought to you by Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of high school sports in the great state of West Virginia. You're a Amana dealer. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can call up Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. Also, inside the numbers are brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisors. If you need some advising on your finances, whether you're working, retired, or plan on being retired, you can call Heather Cantley at 304-254-9995. Well, Eric, you have the numbers of this big Beckley win.
Okay, once again, 72-43 was the score as Beckley defeated Oak Hill, and just a real tough time offensively for Oak Hill tonight, Mayor, says they only had 2 young men get into double figures, and that was Brent Conley with 10 and Noah McClung with 10. All of his 10 points came in that first half, and Beckley just really stifled Oak Hill defensively as they were only able to make 8 2-point field goals and 5 3-point field goals, and they were 8 out of 14 at the free throw line on the night. For Beckley, they made 19 twos, 7 threes, and they were 13 out of 16 at the free throw line. Once again, shooting over 80% as a team at the charity stripe. Leading the way was Elijah Redfern tonight. He had 20 points on the night. Preston Clary playing probably his best floor game I've seen all year. He had 16. Jalen Walton had a big second half, finishes with 12. Kobe Dillon had 9, and Drew Fitzwater 8, and Javonte Wines off the bench to score 3. And I'm going to mention Zion Hawthorne. He only had 3 points, but he played so well, on the defensive side and distributing the basketball tonight. And that's what they need going forward. He was real decisive, made good decisions offensively tonight.
And, Eric, as good as Beckley's defense was tonight, I think one of the key stats that you mentioned, Beckley made 19 twos and only 7 threes. And I say only, but I think that's really the recipe for Beckley. Their defense allows them to get out in transition where they don't have to shoot the threes. And a couple of it looked like they could have had maybe 10. I know Kobe Dillon had maybe 3 really good looks that he missed that he normally makes. But Coach Kidd, anytime a win's a win and you beat a good team like Oak Hill and beat them the way they beat them, definitely, you talk about you just got to win in advance, and that's what Beckley's done here tonight.
And they did, and now they get a chance to play another home game Friday night for the sectional championship, and that's just another step closer to the ultimate goal. And they're 1-0 on the new season.
Well, all right, we'll take a final break, come back and wrap this one up here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
We need a proven business leader who knows how to get things done for Southern West Virginia. We need a leader who will stand up and fight and defend our family values. We need a leader who believes in individual freedoms. We need a leader to represent us who understands what being a proud West Virginian is all about. We need a conservative Republican in the state Senate. So on May 14th, vote for Brian Helton, because he'll always show up and fight for us.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back one final time as Beckley eliminates Oak Hill from postseason play. Beckley wins the ball game 72-43. So Oak Hill will finish the year, Eric, at 8-13. Beckley is 13-9. But as you stated in the last segment, they're really 1-0 is the ultimate goal for Beckley, as it is for all the teams. Trying to get the ultimate goals. You got to win 6 games. Some might have to win 5, depending on what their section or region looks like. But for Beckley, next up will be Princeton. As we understand, Princeton beat Greenbrier East at Princeton tonight, so it'll be round 3, Beckley and Princeton. The first game you and I done, and I'm going by memory here, I think Beckley won that game 66-37. You and I did that game early in the year, but when they played at Princeton, it hadn't been that long ago, it was only 63-61. So Princeton has a little confidence that the last time they played Beckley was a 2-point game, and they felt they could have won, but now they'll match up here on Friday night.
Yeah, I was at that game, and Princeton went on 2 10-0 runs early in the game. Beckley fought an uphill battle on the road down there to come out with the victory.
So Video Productions, of course, Friday will be March 1st, and we got March Madness. And as I always say, for me, and anybody knows me, they know it doesn't have to be March for me to have madness. But March Madness, we have a whole list of games on Video Productions. It'll be Mingo Central taking on Chapmanville in AA. Polka against Charleston Catholic in AA. And here's a great game. It was all of them will be, but this one, East Fairmont and Fairmont Senior in Class AAA. Wayne and Logan in Class AAA. Midland Trail takes on Shady Spring in AAA, and then, Eric, you and I will be here on Friday for Beckley and Princeton in Class 4A. So there's 6 great games coming your way on March Madness this Friday on Video Productions.
Yeah, nothing like sitting around. That'll be March 1st, kicking off March Madness on Video Productions. Great games, and all these teams trying to get to the ultimate goal, down to Charleston to try to cut the nets down in March.
Well, that'll do it from here in Beckley. We appreciate everybody that helped with our broadcast. We thank Mr. Butch Mounts producing and directing, Jackie Moon on camera, Eric, another great job as a color analyst. And repeating the final score, it was 72-43. Beckley defeats Oak Hill. I'm Maris Lowry saying good night, everybody.